Hey, everybody. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I want y'all to see, I see, how the new GTA 6 is coming out. Personally, I think I might write Rockstar and say, listen, no video game could ever be better than the reality that is conservatism, right? No place could be better than the reality that is conservatism. So when I saw this, I was like, this is the perfect, honey, the perfect way to get the sense of what's happening in America, specifically the White House, right? And we know that the president is on his push to get Greenland. And if y'all hear noise back here, it's because Rusty decided when I got started that he was thirsty now. Y'all know how he do. It's either him or Bella. As soon as I get started, they had to do something. You're not getting anything from me, sir. But yeah. So when I saw this cover, I said, this is right on time. These people are getting money. They're threatening other countries. They're threatening other citizens. So it's really right on time, considering how the government is behaving. It's kind of interesting. I'm looking at something. I just saw something in my box. I have to check that out. Okay, so we talked the other day too. You guys made me aware because I didn't know that JD Vance and Usha Vance were expecting. So I want to send a shout out to them, a congratulations. Y'all see that? I wanted to send a congratulations to them because before we know it, they'll be adding another little couch to the family. I'm just so happy for them. Yeah, you see the little baby sofa? Isn't it so cute? When I saw it, I was like, yeah, that's kind of par for the course for them. I think it's the cutest little baby sofa. Aw. It screams America when you look at it, doesn't it? So when I saw it today, I laughed, me, I'm goofy, I'm silly, right? I laughed my ass off, because JD Vance has never met a couch that he didn't want to get to know a little better. So, of course, he's going to have a little couch. But I love this. Honestly, I thought Erica Kirk was going to get pregnant before Usha Vance did, just because they're both competing for this guy's attention. But luckily, Usha came out the winner. But when I saw this, I said, this is the perfect imaging for, the Vances adding on to the family. Now, y'all, did y'all see that footage today of ICE going into the house and taking a whole family? They took everybody, even the children. They even pointed pew-pews at the children. Yeah, I'm going to show y'all that tomorrow in Patreon. They even pointed pew-pews at the children. America is on, I'm not sure what America's doing right now. I'm not really sure what it's doing right now. But there's a problem. America got a problem. Rusty, didn't you just see something? Drink something. Go sit down. Go. Have a seat. You ain't thirsty. You begging. Jesus, you just drank something. It's no way you're that thirsty again. You're begging and prowling around hoping to get some. You ain't getting nothing. Like, you see me, Kim. I'm like, he's so greedy. Oh, you stayed up to catch me live and almost missed it. Hey, Kiara. I was looking at something online before I got online. So I was later than 5, of course, because I was sidetracked by looking at other stuff. But I wanted to share that, no, he don't want attention, Kim. He wants vittles. Trust me, he just got finished getting some. I have to spell it. SNACKS's, because he right in my face. If I say the word, he gonna be like. So I have to. He can't spell, and he just got some. So he's still standing around hoping that favor will fall upon him again. It is not. But when I try to give him attention, he's looking for the food. He just rounding for food. I'm like, no, sir, you're not getting nothing else. And then if I start giving him attention, then the little dog will get up. And then the little dog starts competing for attention. Then he gets mad. Then before you know it, he's like, oh, and then she's like, ooh. I'm trying to avoid all that shit. They don't know how to act. They act like they ain't got no home training. No home training. But yeah, ICE is now, and I'll show you guys this footage tomorrow because I saw it today myself this afternoon, where ICE, they took a whole family, had their pew-pews drawn, even drew their pew-pews on the children. Because the children must be criminals. You say, Fuentes is upset they're polluting the purity. Oh, I got to research because I haven't seen what Nick Fuentes is up to lately. I figured he probably was trying to stay quiet considering he's not white. You know what I mean? Because for all we know, Nick Fuentes might not be legal either, but I don't know. He could have been born here. Let me see. Look, I'm checking something real quick. Let's see. Yeah, he was born in America, but I'm assuming his parents weren't. Wow. So Nick Fuentes and Andrew Tate got filmed dancing to pro-Hitler song and apologized. Then, and it wasn't just them, it was quite a few right-wing influencers. Again, they were who we said they were. Remember we talked about that? They are doing that thing. Remember we talked about that, right? And we talk, and they claim, oh no, that's not who we are. That's not who we are. This, that, and the other. That's not who we are. And then fast forward to now, yeah, that's who we are. Because it's always who they were. It's always who they were. It's just that the conservative party is a throw a rock, hide your hand type of party. That's always who they've been. You got to ask yourself what kind of party we are that people like Nick Fuentes and Andrew Tate feel at home there, right? They feel at home for one specific reason. They feel at home because they all have this common theme in order, right? They hate anybody that ain't white, but Nick Fuentes is not white. I'm going to stand by saying that. I'm going to stand by saying that. Now I'm going to look. I only say that, look, and maybe I'm being an ignorant American, but I'm only saying that because his last name is Fuentes, right? So somewhere in his family line, right? Somewhere in his family line. So I'm looking here. Chow, even Wikipedia calls him a white nationalist. Okay. I'm trying to check something. He was raised in Illinois. Okay, let me go all the way down because that's not what I'm looking for. No. Okay, we're going to come back up. Early life. He was born to William and Lauren. Her nickname is Chico. Chicco. He has a twin sister, Melissa. Now, y'all, Nick Fuentes says he's Italian, Irish, and Mexican descent. Notice how he put the Mexican last. If that's the case, why doesn't his family have an Italian last name instead of Fuentes? Fuentes don't sound Italian to me, no matter what anybody says. I don't believe it. See, because we don't have enough information. Hey, I'm on the phone. Got to close your door. These people in my house, they're deplorables. They're deplorables. I get it that it's Spanish. But they say he was raised Catholic. He grew up in Illinois, where he was president of the student council. He was raised Catholic. He's always had conservative views, this, that, and the other. Back in the day, he used to go to Boston University, but he dropped out in connection with his attendance at the Unite the Rally in 2017, which was a white supremacist rally. Y'all remember that rally that happened in Charlottesville? And he said after that rally, he doesn't support Yahtzees. Okay? That's what he said. Fast forward to 2025. That ain't that long ago. Less than 10 years. He's a full-fledged supporter of the shit. Makes you think that he always supported it. He was just always too chicken shit to say that that's what it was. Ciao. I would say I'm surprised, but nothing about these people surprised me because they're deplorable ass people. They're deplorable ass people. Quiet as kept. Again, in a debate with Nick Fuentes, someone needs to remind him that he's a minority. And then ask him, well, why should you be able to stay? Because you're a minority. And I know what Nick would say. Nick would say, hey, but I got Italian in my blood. You know, I got Irish in my blood. And I would say to that, I don't care. It's not American though. Whatever that is ain't American. So you need to go and come back legally. Oh, they love, Kiara, you hit it. They love to hit that. I'm first generation. Italian's not white. No, it's not. Not in America. See, y'all got to remember, there's some white people that's been getting hemmed up on this detention too. Y'all still don't understand American racism. Y'all still don't get it. Y'all still don't get it. Wow. I thought by now y'all had caught on to American racism. If you're not born on American fucking soil, having white skin ain't enough in America. Because then America wants to know where you're from. What's that accent I hear? Why you cook your food like that? Americans are ignorant that way. It's not enough to be like, oh, you're white. It don't work like that. I don't know why y'all think it does. Yeah, they make Caucasians say what kind of white? Because all white ain't created equal in America. Tony, beloved, if you focus on the current, you would come in here to be quiet, but you have a foreign flag in your thing. We only let Americans talk in this discussion. We don't let any illegals talk. No foreigners. We don't do foreigner talking. We don't do that here. We don't do that here. Yep. I don't know why foreigners keep wanting to come and get involved in our politics. Could it be to sow division amongst Americans? Well, not on my watch. In my lives, your ass get booted. You said, I am consciousness stuck in. What does that even mean, beloved? You know what you're stuck in? The fact that you're a bot and only have 140 followers and you just caught Dad's boot. Y'all see that? Instead of bashing Trump, why don't you post what you love about the Democratic Party? Joe Biden said, not on the Epstein list. Didn't pull this shit. Hey, are y'all mad about that picture? Huh? Yeah, but listen, to your point, Mr. Newsome, I be trying to explain to people how American racism works. But for some strange reason, they have in their minds being white is just enough. No, not in America. Because once America figures out you're white, then they go, where you from? Can y'all close the door? Y'all hear my family? They just on the phone holding full conversation. Like I'm not in alive. They just don't care. And I said it twice. Weren't the Dems who won? They did find them, Matt. But Matt, since I know you're in India and has 4 teeth, let me explain to you how American history works, okay? The Dixiecrats became Republicans. So those old school Republicans that were KKK, they were Dixiecrats and they became Republicans later. See how history works? Doesn't it hurt, beloved? You thought you was cooking, didn't you? Matt thought he was cooking. I'm cooking. I was told that the Democrats started the KKK. That's what he was told. Hold on for a second, you guys. I have to tell my family members to close this door. I'm going to go close it because I'm steady like close the door, close the door, close the door. Nobody's listening. So we're going to do it ourselves, you guys. Okay, you guys. I shut that door because they ain't talking about nothing but Fortnite. I don't want to hear about no damn Fortnite. Marvel Rivals, I don't want to hear about that. I already know it's video game conversation. Don't nobody want to hear that. If they not playing Mario, I don't want to hear about it. Thank you so much, Kim. If they not playing Mario, I don't want to hear about it. Okay? Mario's the GOAT. Look, am I in your house? Maybe, Lynn, am I? But they say, hold on, I got to fix my light. It's got me all washed out like I don't use lotion. And I don't like that. There we go. That's better. That's better. Had me looking like I'm one of the Jacksons. Had me out here looking like Sammy Sosa. I don't want to be like Sammy Sosa. Sammy don't like his coloring. I'm not Sammy Sosa. Actually, I don't like this color either. So I'm going back. Look, I talked all that shit and I still didn't like it. Sammy Sosa he hated himself so much. Now he look a pure D mess. A pure D mess. That self-hatred will destroy you every time. Love yourself, folks. If I don't tell you nothing else, love yourself, folks. Love yourself on purpose and intentionally, and love yourself hard. Because if you don't love yourself hard, you'll end up doing shit like Sammy Sosa. And you don't want to be like Sammy. Sammy don't like that his skin is dark. So Sammy did what he thought he had to do to ensure that people wouldn't realize that he's Hispanic. Okay. I'm just telling y'all. That's how it is. Right? That's how it is. I saw this earlier. I was like, yeah, this is right on time. This is right on time. Because if Greenland just changes its name to all the things that all of us need, then we don't have to worry about the president even considering Greenland anymore. We don't have to worry about that. We don't have to worry about that. Now, I saw this article earlier where they were talking about that they say it's going to be even harder days ahead in 2026. Meaning, one of these dogs farted. It must have been Rusty. Anyway, meaning, come on, man. See, I knew I should have sat in my office. See, this is why I don't usually sit out here. Because you never know what type of gaseous fumes you may run into. Now, I want to tell y'all about something I learned earlier about credit cards. Do you guys know why we pay such high credit card rates? I'm going to ask you first before I get into telling you the history of credit card rates. Do you guys know why we pay so much in credit card rates? Why they're so high? Why they're so expensive in America? Well, yes, the banks makes money, but there's some other reasoning behind it. Okay, so way back in the day, right? Credit card rates used to be, it was once illegal to have credit card rates above 18%. At one point, that was illegal. You couldn't do that, right? Government wouldn't allow it, right? But then what ended up happening was somebody sued, right? And in 1978, the Supreme Court, they decided to let banks ignore local usury laws by charging interest rates based on their home state, right? So basically, a credit card company gets to charge you, right? Follow this, whatever rate their headquartered business is located. Doesn't matter about anything else, but it allowed them access to do that. That's what raised credit card rates to 20 to 30% APRs over time. That's how that happened. Now, at the same time, that's why you have a lot of headquarters in Utah. I'm gonna take this sweatshirt off, y'all, because I'm feeling the burn and I don't like it. That heat flash. Okay? Like I'm feeling the burn. But that's why most of your credit card companies, their headquarters are in Utah. That's why. You like the shirt? Link in my profile. You can get it there. This is the anti-woke tee. See? Eh? Eh? That motherfucker always sleeping. But that's why most of your banks are located out of Utah. Because Utah allows them to charge the highest APR out of all the other states. So if they do their headquarters in Utah, then that APR applies to you no matter what state you live in. Boom. Now y'all get it? See how that shit works? Y'all see how that shit works? That's why we pay expensive ass credit card percentages. But it used to be illegal until somebody sued. And ever since that raggedy ass Supreme Court decision lets you know that America has always been laser focused on making sure that businesses can get the most out of government. It's not about you and me. You have to make your government work for you. Government could change the laws tomorrow on credit card interest. They don't want to because credit card companies lobby them. Somewhere along the way, you and I lost our power because there's nobody lobbying for us. Think about it. Who lobbies for you in DC? If your elected official doesn't do it, it don't happen. The only time those people ever listen to you is when you are they're coming to your communities, begging for your votes so they can stay in a job in which they never deliver anything to you. But I want you to think about that tonight. Who lobbies for you? Who's pushing for you? Who's trying to make sure you have affordable housing? Who's making sure your kids eat? Who's making sure you have health care? None of them. But they want your vote, though. And not only do they not lobby for you, government will turn around and tell you your ass is lazy. This country could be better if you worked harder. It's not about how hard you work. You're already working fucking hard. You're already working really, really hard. You're already doing that. That's not the issue. That ain't the issue. The issue really is that they want everything. And you fighting. And they tired of you fighting. They just want you to give in, get down on your knees, and give the rich people what they want. And what the rich people want is your labor as cheap and as close to free as they can get it. Real talk. That's what this is about. That's what it's about. They want your labor as cheap and as close to free as possible. I was talking with some friends earlier and they were saying, it's really bad right now. One of my friends was complaining about their job, was saying it's really bad on the job right now, but I can't leave because the job market is such shit. That was another thing that was created in all of this. See, y'all had too many options. If you ain't like your job, you could just get online and start applying for other jobs and go for interviews and find yourself, more likely than not, a better job than you already had. And you'll make more money. But guess what? Guess what government is doing now? Since government is working so hard to make your life harder, now you can't leave that shitty job. That was the whole point. Rich people want you staying stuck in a job that treats you like shit and won't pay you what you're worth. And when you can't move to different jobs, guess what happens to you? Your pay gets stagnant. Your pay gets stagnant because most Americans get a raise when they get a new job. Because working at a company doesn't tend to really get you paid, not staying at the same place consistently. Think about it. Anytime you've really ever had a bump in money, it's because you got a new job. But think about it. If you can't leave your job because the job market is such shit, right? Then what is you're stuck. Now that employer that you work for, they got you now. They got you because you need them. They don't need you. At any moment, they could change the terms of that deal. And they know it. The whole goal was to keep you from having options. That's what's happening. No options for you. Only options for rich people. Do you get it? That's where we are, America. Only options for rich folks. Because you're forced to stay in a job just to have health care. You can't afford the marketplace, so you're forced to stay in a job just to maintain health care. In supposedly the best country in the world, supposedly. But in the best country in the world, they don't make sure you have health care. Then how could they possibly be the best country in the world? This is the stuff that I try to get people to think about. This is the stuff I try to get people to think about, because it can't be the best country in the world when you don't have basic things like health care, dental care. Because understand, health care and having good teeth or having good oral care is essential to your health. Having good oral care is essential to your health. It really, really is. Hold on, I'm trying to turn my chair a little bit. Hold on, y'all. I gotta pick this chair up. There we go. Okay. Had to turn my chair a little bit. But having dental care is essential to good health. If you can't go to a dentist, and see, a lot of our illnesses starts in our mouths. In our mouths. But you know, there's a lot of people, they don't have comprehensive dental. Quiet is kept, they need to overhaul dental insurance, because dental insurance really don't pay for shit. Let's be honest, I don't know about y'all dental insurance, but I've had some great dental insurance in my time. And it's a whole lot of shit it don't pay for. It give you 2 free cleanings twice a year. That's about the only thing you getting for free off of dental plan. Everything else has huge ass copays, where it makes you almost feel, yeah, dental insurance is technically discount insurance for dental work, because it doesn't really cover anything. Hey, Oscar, good evening to you. I second that. But dental insurance is nothing but discount insurance. Discount insurance to get discount on dental treatment, because it doesn't move like healthcare. And now healthcare technically has turned into moving like dental insurance. It now provides a discount. That's what it's there for, to provide a discount. Yeah, it costs a lot of money to get a crown or a root canal, because again, the dental insurance is there as a supplement. It's not there to really pay for anything. Now, I'm going to tell you something. 20 years ago, though, dental insurance was great. 20 years ago, dental insurance was great. But much like healthcare, over the years, dental insurance has just gotten worse and worse and worse. And trust me, I've had government dental. Still do. But it don't pay for a whole lot. It's discount insurance. I get 2 free cleanings a year. Everything else is I have co-pays, and they pay a certain percentage, and I pay my percentage. I just keep wondering, what kind of country doesn't want its residents to be healthy? Don't you guys, when you do, I know, it just seems to me that if you decide that you're going to be the richest nation in the land, right? If you decide you're going to be the richest nation in the land, the best country, you say you're the best country in the world, that's what you say, then shouldn't your citizens have health care? Shouldn't your citizens have dental, affordable housing, free education, and trade programs? Shouldn't they have all of that? Grace, you know what I'm starting to think, Grace, because I was talking about this earlier with somebody. Voting is only one of our problems in America. The other problem is Americans are stupid. I saw a poll where over 50% of Americans still say Republicans are better for the economy. Run for Senate? I need money for that, for Senate. I'm trying to run for the House, but I'm needing money for that too. See, keep in mind, I'm one of those government employees that lost my job. Okay? Because of Elon Musk. Elon Musk took my job. I'm still not getting no unemployment. I'm not getting any money from any government, state agency, nowhere. Nowhere. I still haven't got my severance. Trump just got us all booted out. Trump just let Elon fire all of us, but not pay us. We all have not been paid. I don't know how many other people have gotten severance. I just know I haven't. Oh, you had to take the DRP 2.0? Yeah, it's rough out here. I've been applying for jobs, doing interviews, nothing yet. Nothing yet. And I'm not surprised because companies are going to be conservative about how they move and with growth. With government making America so hostile, that impacts everybody's business, not just government. I don't think people quite get that. And I was saying to somebody earlier, it's almost like Americans are still pretending nothing's happening. Folks still dancing, still shopping. And I'm going, the whole fucking place is on fire and everybody's acting like, man, nothing to see here, nothing to see here. And I'm going, am I the one maybe I'm just taking this too seriously? This isn't something that you just let happen and then you just fix it like that. Not 12 million Americans think chocolate milk comes from brown cows. Listen. You say we have the most women governors ever in American history. I hope they can help us, but I'm going to tell you something. Nothing stands in the way of female leadership more than American men. So they're going to fight those female leaders because the female leaders are not going to be afraid of Donald Trump. It's the men that are afraid of Trump. The women aren't. Think about it. The women aren't afraid of Trump. It's the men that are afraid of Trump. They don't want to do it. You say you have cousins who just went on vacation to Mexico, like everything cool. That's crazy. That's crazy. My friend, a friend of mine, he had his hearing today in Mexico to get his Mexican, to get on the road towards his Mexican citizenship. So he got his Mexican social security number so he can work when he moves down there. He got all that stuff. He just has to renew. I think it's his visa, his Mexican visa. He has to renew for 3 years. And then on the 4th year, he gets to apply for permanent citizenship and residency. Yep. Americans are just acting like, hey, man, this is how we've always been. And with some stuff that Trump is doing, yes, we have always been that. But then for some other stuff, we haven't been that for hundreds of years. But you know what it proves to me? That shit was never out of our system. It was never out of our system. That even though that stuff was done hundreds of years ago, it was never out of our system. America was just waiting on an opportunity to do it. And Trump has said to the people, I am your grievance. I am here to get your revenge. You say, why did 54% of women vote for Trump and not Hillary? They're stupid, Rob. That's why. They're women. Rob, you know women, you can't let them make decisions on their own. Ain't that what conservatives say every day? You got it, Rob? Okay. Yeah, conservatives say that shit every day. They say it every day. They say you can't let women make decisions on their own. You also shouldn't let old guys that are partially bald with a hat on and gray beards make decisions on their own either. That remark wasn't for you, David. You said not all Trump supporters are racist, but all racists are Trump supporters. That is a fact. That is a fact. I told y'all there are no coincidences. Most racists, all racists are Trumpers. Why? Because Donald Trump is racism. He's been racism ever since he came down the fucking escalator. And I said it then, and I still say it. He's a racist. And people love to say, but he's got Kash Patel and he's got Ben Carson. Let me tell you something. You're going to always find people. If we're such a cancer, Dougie, I hope you've been infected, beloved. Now I want you to get back into that hole and start making those pots in India and get them shipped over here for us to buy, okay? Bye, beloved. I'm so tired of poor Indians in my life. I am from Kentucky. I am farmer, and Democrats are cancer. Enough, sir. Enough. I could smell the curry. I could smell the asafrita. I could smell the garam masala. I could smell it. You can always smell the curry in those comments most of the time. Real shit. Because they always miss certain words where you just know they're not American. And if they are, I can still smell you because your back wind smells very poor. Very dirty. I don't want to be behind that. I done told y'all, stop coming in my live talking stuff, I'm gonna make you cry. Stop. I try to be nice. Y'all don't want me to be nice. I swear these people like me mean. But I'm okay with that. But like I said, I smelled the curry. I smelled it. Now I want to tell y'all some update for the farmers, okay? I want to tell you updates on what's happening with the farmers in America. Because I don't know if y'all knew this, right? But China has bought zero. I repeat, 0 soybeans from the United States for the 5th straight month in a row. Hey, oh, hey, ho, hey. I love this shit. Don't y'all? Farmers done fucked around and found out. The welfare queens, the original welfare queens, the first welfare queens America ever had was the farming community. And they just found out that China don't fuck around, right? We did try to tell them, but they wouldn't listen. They thought they were safe. I love this for them. Thank you, Republican Jesus, for hearing my prayers. Because, I be praying to Republican Jesus. I'm a Buddhist, but I do reach out to Republican Jesus from time to time. And I told him, I said, listen, if you do nothing else, please make sure that the farmers suffer. And he said, I hear you, my child. That's what he said. Yeah, hate and greed is very expensive. So I love that China's holding firm and buying nothing. Thank you, little goldfish. Nothing. Because you know how a lot of people talk about the shit? China said, no, we don't just talk about the shit. We be about it. We can get soybeans from motherfucking places. We can get soybeans from motherfucking places. We don't have to buy from you. So what America has done, what Trump has done, is allowed new soybean markets to be created in other countries. Those people China's not coming back. See, you don't get to be racist and xenophobic and then think people gonna come back. That's not how that shit works. For people like Kash Patel, yeah. But most minorities don't take kindly to that type of shit. You love my mean street? Thank you, John Walter. I really have, can I be honest? I have learned how to really be mean from watching conservatives. I'm honest. Anybody that was in my lives really early on, you know, at first I was talking to them at first. Then I thought about it and was like, why? They don't want nobody to talk to them and try to come to a consensus and understand. They like mean people. And I figured out a long time ago, they love that Trump's fucking mean. So I figure if I lean into doing shit like Trump, and I told you I'm way worse than Trump, then they should love my ass. They should love my ass. You said farmers deserve what Trump gave them. Yep, they deserve it. Look, I see an article now that apparently these alienated farmers are thinking about voting Democrat. No, don't vote for Democrats. Don't vote for Democrats, not at all. Keep voting Republican. Because if you still have a farm, that means you still have something. So I want you to be to a point where you ain't got shit, then vote liberal. No, you keep voting Republican. And you keep letting conservatives take everything you got. I don't give a fuck about them farmers. Fuck those people. Yep. I don't care. Real talk. I don't care. Fuck those people. They did this to themselves. They voted for it. They voted for it. And y'all need to stop feeling sorry for them. I don't feel sorry for none of them. Can I tell y'all, when I see the little videos of the adult immigrant children crying because their parents done got snatched up, can I tell you the truth? I smile. I smile. Because they voted for their parent to be deported. It's like if you ain't want no relationship with your parent, you didn't have to get them deported. You ain't have to vote for Trump. You could have just stopped calling and visiting. Real talk. I'm being honest. I smile when I see the shit. I go and like clockwork every time out loud I say, good. You got what you voted for. What the fuck you crying online for? Oh, you looking for sympathy. You ain't gonna get none out of me. How the fuck I look sympathizing with you and you voted for that? That's what you wanted. Yep, I have a love. Thank you. I look at it and I go, huh, you voted for that. Fuck you. I literally say it out loud. I don't care about them people. See, what did I tell y'all? What did I remember when a couple months ago, I told you, I said conservatives are really socialists, but they have an expectation that Democrats will save them from conservative policies. Remember I told you that? They're so used to voting against their own best interest because that's just indoctrination. That's propaganda. They vote red no matter what. And they've been conditioned that when conservative policies don't work for them, you still blame the party that's not in power instead of blaming the people who did it to you. Because if you blame the people who did it to you, then you won't vote for them again. And they don't want you to do that. See? So they just keep blaming Joe Biden. Blaming Barack Obama. That's why when I was on live this morning and the person said, oh, he can't release the Epstein files because they're really the Clinton files, and Barack Obama, because you know this is everything out of the handbook at one time. Because Barack Obama and Joe Biden, their judges are blocking it. And my response was, well, Joe Biden's fighting cancer and he's asleep. How the fuck can Trump not be the guy that's fighting cancer and sleep? Because Trump's a bitch. And Trump is soft and he weak. That's how. So y'all voted for a weak ass president. Oh, they get all, well, that's not what I said. That I know, stupid. I said it. Like the fuck? I said it. I didn't say you said it. I said it. Then they're like, wait a minute, that's not it. It must be because you're saying that a man that's no longer president that you claim was asleep all the fucking time is blocking the current president from releasing information that would clear the president. Okay. All you got to do is talk to them long enough and they tell you everything you want to hear. They tell you everything you want to hear. You just got to let them talk. You say JD Vance has Usha and Erica knocked up. Oh no. Look, you missed this, Russ. I'm going to show this one more time because I'm about to show y'all something else. Hold on, where is that? See? That's them expecting their little baby couch. I'm so excited for them. I really am. I'm excited for them. I really, really am. Now I want to show y'all something. I'm going to read this to you. So this is a Republican. He says, Mikey Sherrill refuses to swear in as New Jersey governor on the Bible. Instead, she chose a copy of the state constitution. Democrats worship government and reject God. America is a Christian nation. This evil force must be repelled. Let me tell you something. America is not a Christian nation. America is not a Christian nation. Only the evangelicals will tell you that. It's not a Christian nation. As a matter of fact, America was founded on a separation between church and state. Because this is the thing. This is why I know these people don't read books. If America was founded and it was as a Christian nation, why would the forefathers come here and start America? They could have stayed where they were, right? So why'd they come here? I see that Erica's couch, Usha's couch is brown and Erica's couch is white. Listen. Don't matter. JD gonna both of them. I said what I said. But again, the forefathers wouldn't have come here if this was a Christian nation and there's no separation between church and state. What you're watching is conservatives trying to fuse in religion with your government, just like radical Islam. Y'all, if the similarities between evangelicalism and I done told y'all, evangelicalism and radical Islam ain't no different. I've been told y'all, there's no difference. There's no difference. Christians were mad about radical Islam because it's Islam. Period. Anything different than their religion, they mad about it anyway. But when we got into this discussion of radicalism and stuff like that, radical Islam is no different than evangelicals. Evangelicals are radical too. They hate women. They hate anybody that ain't like them. They always trying to control people with their religion. Ain't no difference. It's the same fucking thing. That's why I be trying to get y'all to pay attention. And MNRO says, just look up the Inquisition. None of this stuff is an accident. They're trying to force your country to become a Christian nation, even though America is not a Christian nation. It's not founded. We don't have a national religion here. We don't. Quiet as kept, we don't even have a national language. We don't even have a national language. We don't. But the powers that be know that religion is a great divider. Religion is a great divider. Because keep in mind, this whole conservative movement talks so much about how they love God, but the guy that they rally behind is not religious. Trump is not religious. Trump is not a Christian. He's not. He's a good old sinner selling Bibles, and Christians are buying them. If Jesus came back right now, he'd be like, are you kidding me? No, they're not kidding. They're not kidding. Hey, Alan, they're not kidding. Oh, don't you love when he said, look, I got hold something upside down. Look, I'm saying, I read 2 Corinthians. Every Christian across America was like, the fuck is 2? What the fuck is 2 Corinthians? Every Christian all across America. I'm a Buddhist and I was like, what the fuck is that? I ain't never heard that one before. Of course he ain't reading the Bible. And the funniest part is he got the Bible printed and sold it to MAGA and got it printed in China. Printed it in China. And MAGA bought it. All while MAGA say China's evil. Then why are you buying a Chinese printed Bible? Okay. Look, I feel that. Look, I feel that half flash coming, y'all. I feel like I'm on Twister. It's back building. I feel it. Yep. Say it again. Trump's Bible has religion and the Constitution. He don't believe in either one of those things. It's all a lie. It's all performance art. It's all designed to, and what did I tell y'all? Trump exposed the fake religious people too. We already know they were fake religious, but he exposed them. He exposed them. He exposed them. Now, I want y'all to hear some sound. Now, y'all know the House passed a bill to make it so that men, trans women, cannot play in women's sports. Okay. I don't know why they weren't more, that's not true. I don't know why. They should have been more focused on making your grocery bills more affordable. But that's too much like right. So they went for the distraction and something for Fox News to have on TV, right? Listen. Now, a person asked some of the protesters out there who supported the bill that Congress had put up, they asked them if they could name 5 professional athletes in women's sports. Now, remember, these people claim they are upset and they want to make sure that their daughter doesn't have to play sports against men. So then they're asked, name 5 female sports athletes. Listen to this shit. You can't make this up. These people are fucking stupid. I told y'all. Listen.
Can you name 5 professional athletes in women's sports?
No.
So, and what are you here for?
I'm here to make sure my daughters don't have to play with men.
We're here at the Supreme Court today where they're deciding some important cases about trans athletes. The anti-trans side has a bunch of signs that say protect women's sports. So we're going to ask them if they can name 5 professional women's athletes. What are you here for today?
I'm here to support women and women's sports.
Can you name 5 professional women's athletes?
No.
Do you watch women's sports?
No, I don't watch any sports.
Could you name 5 professional athletes in women's sports for me?
Professional athletes in women's sports? Let's see. Currently?
Mm-hmm. Can you briefly just tell me why you're here? You've got your Protect Women's Sports sign.
Yeah, to support common sense, biblical values.
Do you watch women's sports?
Not very much. The Williams sisters who play tennis.
Okay, yeah. Oh, Serena's retired, but okay. Can you name 5 professional athletes in women's sports?
It's not really about the professional athletes. Let's see. Other women's sports are.
Can you name 5 professional women's sports athletes? Sure. Nancy Hogton, Riley Gaines. Riley's not a professional athlete. Okay. Can you name 5 professional women's athletes?
I don't watch women's sports.
It's okay if not.
Yeah, I can't think of anybody right now.
So y'all hear that? They're out there protesting, fighting to keep men out of women's sports. They don't watch women's sports. They can't name any female athletes. See? I told y'all, these people are fucking dumb. They just buy into propaganda. They need an enemy. They need somebody to hate. If you give them somebody to hate, they'll take off from there. They don't even need you after that. They got it after that. Do you understand? They're fucking idiots. That's why y'all don't see me argue with them in my lives. How I look arguing with a simpleton. They don't even know why they mad. They're mad because they're sheep and they were told to be mad. They're stupid. Oh, the American listen, y'all, America's education system is all fucked up. Okay? And if you think people are dumb now, wait until 20, 30 years from now. Oh my God. Oh my God. China not just China is going to surpass us. China, South Korea, Japan, at the continent of Africa, Canada. I could just keep going. Thailand. It's just so many different countries. They will pass us. Yep. And thanks to Republicans, we're going back. And understand, when America is behind everybody else, you know what they're going to blame? They're going to blame liberals. They have to blame somebody because they can't blame themselves. See, they're always looking for somebody to blame, because if they had to take the responsibility, then you wouldn't vote for them. You wouldn't vote for them. Open photos. Go find side teeth, beloved. Nobody can see your comment but me, and we don't care. Blocked. I be blocking them so fast. No, first you're right. They do blame teachers. But David, you pointed out something great to me. Y'all remember about 20 years ago, the attacks first started with the teachers and the teachers union. Y'all remember that? Republicans attacking teachers. I remember back 20 years ago, it first started attacking teachers and teachers unions. Fast forward to now, look at all these teacher shortages all across America. Why the fuck would somebody want to be a teacher? When somebody's parent with 6 teeth saw something on fucking YouTube and swear that you're trying to indoctrinate their child by teaching them facts. Man, ain't nobody got time for that shit. You don't pay teachers enough money to be bothered with stupid shit like that. Thank you, Russ. I appreciate it. You don't pay people enough to be bothered with shit like that. I know you couldn't get me to do it. You couldn't get me to do it. Oh, fuck no. Because if I was a teacher and somebody toothless ass mama show up, I already know I'm going to lose my job, right? Because I'm going to just say outright, listen, you came up here to question me about what? Don't come up here to question me about nothing that you learned on YouTube. When you start reading books, then you can come talk to me. Don't come and talk to me about no YouTube shit. YouTube tell you unicorns exist too. Bitch, you ever seen a unicorn? Like the fuck? Yeah, I'd have lost my job. I would have lost my job. That's a shirt though. Bitch, you ever seen a unicorn? I might have to make that. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. Thank you. And thank you all. I appreciate that. But folks need to be reminded, America is not a Christian nation. But what if the village is special? That's a good question, man. Well, I say this is the thing about conservatives. They can't fight their way out of a paper bag. So if we just leave them to themselves, they'll stay lost. See, conservatives are sheep. They have to be led. You understand? They got led into Trumpism. They have to be led to something else. They hang on to Donald Trump because they haven't seen anything else that's more attractive. And that's the truth. You said that's a famous Baltimore quote? I don't go up Baltimore very much. You, Doug. I love me some Baltimore, though. Don't get me wrong. I ain't trying to clown Baltimore because I love me some Baltimore, but it's how they say things. You, Doug, House. I still don't understand how they say house like that because it takes way more effort to say house. But okay. I love me some Baltimore, though. You in Baltimore right now? Listen. My granddaddy lived in Baltimore. They love to say that. House. You. Dick. I'd be like, I remember the first time I heard somebody in Baltimore say Doug. I was like, what's a Doug? A Doug. Well, what's that? And they pointed. I said, oh, a dog. Yeah, Doug. Okay. Rusty, get out from back here. Move. Now. Get. Beat it. Not you trying to lick wood off the floor. Ain't nothing even there. Haven't you been... This dog done had the vet already, done had to stick her hand up his ass and get wood out of there. And this fool trying to find some scraps to lick off the damn floor. I mean, really. I've been traumatized enough. The doctor has been traumatized enough. Fuck. If you want somebody to just play in your age, just say that. Not that we would do it, but just say that. You said DC accents are the worst. They can be. Everything. See, I'm from the DM. I was born and raised in DC, but I wasn't allowed to talk like that at home. So, like everything, on mothers, Merlin, brother, young, Mo. You right. I hate to hear DC people talk. That shit is like nails on a fucking chalkboard. And I'm from here. Cause when somebody too city, even I'm like, can he or she just stop fucking talking? Cause y'all, man, Merlin, Jai, oh no, bitch, no. We's around there with everybody and stuff, and we be doing it, everything, but no, it's everybody. They make me so mad. They make me so mad. Because in my household, we were not allowed to speak like that. Hayden, you know what I mean. I mean that your daddy is also your uncle and your cousin and brother. Bye, beloved. I'm so quick on MAGA. Why you gonna cue me like, see, QB to God. See, I can't even try to read that shit. I can't even try to read that shit. I don't even know what that is. Yeah, DC has its own culture. And I still say go-go has to be some of the best music in the world. Hands down. Judge your mother if you don't agree. Okay? Because I'm telling you, if you've never been to a go-go, you need to get a friend to take you to a go-go. Real shit. If you've never been to a go-go, for one time in your life, get somebody to take you to a go-go. Real shit. Get somebody to take you to a go-go. Because if you get somebody to take you to a go-go, your life will be forever changed. Facts. Do I consider Maryland part of the South or South adjacent? Maryland is North. Maryland, because I have family from the South. Maryland is not Southern. Mm-mm. I live in Southern Maryland. It ain't Southern down here. Not in the way that the Southern people I know live down South. To me, Maryland is the North, in my opinion. What is go-go? Go-go is a genre of music that is native to Washington, D.C. It's like a mix of like congos and drums and cowbells and cymbals, and it's like music that you can't not dance. I'll say it like that. You have to move. If you are able to go to a go-go, and no, the Gap Band is not go-go. I'm going to tell you, after the live, because I'm going to be wrapping up in a minute, go on YouTube, look up bands like Rare Essence, Backyard Band, Trouble Funk, Chuck Brown. Go listen to that. One thing is it's go-go-esque, but to be honest, that's not really go-go. Not to me. Not one thing. Yeah, Pleasure. That's not really go-go to me. Yeah, Junkyard. See, my favorite go-go band is Essence all day, every day. Sexy lady. Come on, stop playing with it. Essence is my favorite. I like the other ones too, don't get me wrong, but ain't nothing like Essence. Roll with it. Stop playing with them. Listen. I am from the DMV, okay? I am from the DMV, all right? You was just about to sing that. Listen, Amber, they don't know. Oh, you like Junkyard. That's fair. Junkyard they got nice pockets. I'm not judging, but Essence is my favorite. If I had to choose one go-go band. Like if I had to, kind of like a Sophie's Choice kind of thing, I'm choosing Essence. I'm choosing Essence. Now, my number one most favorite go-go artist, Chuck Brown all day. Live at the 930 Club, fucking masterpiece. Live at the 930 Club is a fucking masterpiece. That's something y'all can listen to. Following this live, if you don't know about go-go, get your ass on YouTube and look up Chuck Brown Live at the 930 Club and listen to that entire CD from the very beginning all the way to the end. That shit is fire. That shit is fire. Man, I miss Chuck. Now I miss Chuck. Chuck I miss. Man, what? Chuck be on that guitar, baby. And they just be boop, and Chuck be playing. Man, I miss Chuck Brown. There's nobody like Chuck Brown. Nobody in go-go like Chuck Brown. Hands down. Chuck Brown was a unique guy. No one's been able to replace him because nobody got that soul like Chuck did to make that guitar talk the way Chuck did. And that band was unrivaled. So after this live, for those of you who do not know enough about go-go, take your ass on YouTube and look up Chuck Brown Live in the 930 Club and listen to the entire album from beginning to end and thank me later. Real shit. Thank me later. Hey, Carla. Yep, he's the godfather of go-go. Thank me later. No, Marvin Gaye is not go-go. Marvin Gaye is R&B and soul. Oh, Soul Searchers played in your high school. Look, my high school had the side-by-side band. Catch it. That was the Police. Listen, even in DC, the police department had a go-go band. Listen, okay? I don't know if they still do, but in my day, the police used to visit the local schools with their go-go band because we wasn't trying to just be hearing no conversation. But if you got some congos and some drums, oh, we gonna listen. And that was the side-by-side band. See, now I'm showing my age because I don't even know if they still have that no more. I'm showing my age on that. But after this live, take your ass on YouTube and go look up go-go. Like, I'm going to give y'all one last thing. Y'all remember that song that Jay-Z used to have? 3 a.m. I can't even say it like Jay-Z because I think of the go-go version. And he's like, we roll into her house, 5 a.m, the lights go out. Y'all know what I'm talking about. See, it's hard. I can't even say the Overnight Scenario song that Jay-Z had. That was a go-go song. 3 in the 5, what they say? 2 in the morning, the pancake house. Come on. 4 in the morning, you can hear us start to shout. Come on. 5 in the morning, the lights go out. Come on. 6 in the morning, you can hear us start to shout. Come on. 7 in the morning, she'll be calling the cab. 8 in the morning, talking about the fun she had. 9 in the morning, now she just getting home, talking about the overnight scenario. The overnight scenario. Listen, let me stop. Get your ass on the internet, okay? Go on YouTube. Go on YouTube. I don't have to lie about it. Jay got that shit from DC. And I'm going to tell you another song you need to hear. Rare Essence, Get Your Freak On. You will never listen. I love me some Missy. But you will never listen to Missy Elliott's version of Get Your Freak On again. Once you hear that. Guaranteed. I guarantee you cash money. You hear, and I think it was Essence. You hear Essence do Get Your Freak On. You will never listen to Missy Elliott again. I heard you. Get your freak on. Man, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Listen, let me get out of here. Y'all gonna have me in here like, Missy be putting it down. I'm the hottest round. Tell you y'all can stop me now. Listen, let me stop. Let me get out of here. Y'all gonna make me shake something and hurt myself. I'm too old to be doing that shit. I ain't been to a go-go in a long time because I get hot flashes. It's too many fucking people in there. I can't do it. It's too many wall-to-wall people and shit. Ain't no air moving. Can't do it. When I was younger, I could, but not now. Too many hot flashes for that shit. Was the Korean cooking show? Yes. The Korean cooking show I mentioned in my video is Culinary Class Wars. If y'all have Netflix, watch that shit. That's a good ass show. That is a good show. It has great production too. Great production. And I've already finished season 1. I'm on season 2 now. And I'm almost done with season 2. That is a good ass show. Production is top fucking notch. And can I say, one of them judges, he fine as hell. The one that always go like this? Oh, he fine. Oh, he is a nice. I be sitting there watching like, he don't like it. No, maybe he do like it. Listen. He fine, honey. Fine. He looks almost like he could do movies. He could be a movie star. That's how nice looking he is. He's a nice looking guy. He is. He is. What do you mean by the prompt? You can't read? It's very clear, beloved. Read it again so you can understand. If you don't understand, you should go do some research on Google. This ain't class, baby. All right, you can read it. This is not a Christian nation. It's a nation in which you are free to be Christian. It's very clear. Yeah, most of those chefs could be, but that judge, he is the baby's daddy, honey. He be having me in here like, I be squinting. I be like, my husband be like, why are you doing nothing? Because that motherfucker fine, okay? See, I got this. Look, I do find some Asian men attractive. Let me tell you something. One of my favorite movies, my husband already knows, is Tokyo fucking Drift. Tokyo Drift, honey. Listen. Listen, when I watched Tokyo Drift, I didn't give a shit about if the white boy won or lost. I wanted the Drift King to win. I was like, man, fuck him. Oh, Han is a fine motherfucker. You heard me. But he biracial though. He got black in him. I knew it because he got some swag. Han got that actor. He got swag. He got swag, honey. Honey, if Tokyo Drift comes on TV, I'm watching. I'm like this. Look, there go the Drift King. They go Han. Especially because Han come up and he always eating. He always eating. Come on, man. You know, this is what we, oh my God, he's so fine. I might watch that this weekend. Han, that actor, he fonder than a mug. He fine. Him, I like him. I like Drift King. And y'all remember that movie, Ninja Assassin? The one who played Rain? He was so fine. I think I've seen Ninja Assassin over 500 times. It was a lot of fine ass men in there, Asian men in there. Especially that one was like, did you see what I did when I stuck her? I can't remember his name. He was fine as fuck. He was finer than Rain. Sure. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. They can get it. And twice on Sunday. Oh, you say those chips were his oral fixation from quitting smoking. I could have given him an oral fixation. He didn't need no chips. What they say? That's all I'm saying. Y'all gonna make me go look it up right now. Shh. See, I love Asian cinema, Korean movies, Chinese movies, because you will find you some eye candy. What? Don't play. You will find you some eye candy in them things. Hey, listen, I'm just telling you what I like. I'm just telling y'all what I'm like. Hold on, I'm going to tell you about one more. It's one more guy I like. And y'all probably know who I'm talking about. Hold on. What is his name? Because I've seen this guy in a whole bunch of movies. And in a whole bunch of Asian movies. Mai Dong Seok. Oh, because I went to look up who it was, what his real name is. Yeah, Mai Dong Seok. Oh, he is fine as fuck. Because I've seen him in more than one movie. Stop playing with it. Anytime, if I see that man is listed in the movie, I'm watching. I'm automatically watching. I'm just automatically watching every time. He was in The Outlaws, Train to Busan. He's been in a lot of movies. Oh, he was in the Train to Busan. He was the guy that was married to the chick that was that was pregnant. He was the big guy in Train to Busan. What? I've seen him in a couple of things. I need to learn to speak Korean. Gravy, I'm sorry. I just had to say it. Listen. Yeah, I got that. Listen, when I find some eye candy and movies that I like looking at in HD, I go to look to see what other movies they've done. I'm that old dirty lady. Like, what other movies this boy done did? Oh, okay. Fast and Furious, I really don't care about them, to be honest. My favorite was Tokyo Drift. That's the one I watch. I don't watch all of them. I don't care about all of them. I really don't care about them people. I care about Han. I care about Han. I don't, and Drift King. I don't care about all the other people in the crew. I don't care what happens to them. Who cares? Nobody cares. But Han, oh my God. And then when Han died in the car wreck, that hurt me. I said, not my man, not my boo. Yup. Took out my boo, man. Took out my boo. But I'm going to tell you who else was fine. Hold up. I just thought, hold up. One more person. I just thought about it. Y'all gonna know who I'm talking about. Hold on. It's an older one. Because every time I watch the movie, hold on. Let me find him. Oh, in the movie, they had Sonny Chiba looking like a nice tall glass of water. You heard me. Remember he was the uncle? Remember he was DK's uncle? And he had on all that white. When DK lost the race at the end, and Unc just smiled with his cute self and tipped his hat and shit. Stop playing with it. Stop playing with it. Damn. I'm attracted to Sonny Chiba too. Shit. I'm just telling you. You say, oh no, ice storm headed towards Texas. Ted Cruz gonna have his ass in Cancun. I can tell you that shit. Ted Cruz ain't gonna be nowhere near Texas. Listen, y'all be safe with the snow stuff that's coming, and try to be prepared as much as you can and stock up, okay? And be prepared. But I'm gonna go ahead and start wrapping up, and so because I gotta put some more logs in the fireplace. I'm coming up on the last couple little things, so I need to go outside. I thank y'all for joining me this evening. I will see y'all tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., right? Thank y'all for the 81,000 likes. I appreciate it. I hope you had a great time with me this evening. Thank you for the over 200 shares. Now, before I wrap up, I'm going to send a shout out to my top 5 gifters. I try to do this every live. Number 1, handsome Russ Nelson. Thank you, handsome. Number 2, beautiful Lexi girl. Thank you so much, beautiful. Number 3, beautiful user 229. Thank you, beautiful. Number 4, user Skeeter. Oh, that baby is so adorable in the avatar. Number 5, handsome Kiara. Thank you so much, handsome. And a special shout out to number 6, this beautiful little Kiki. Thank y'all so much. Don't forget what I told y'all this morning too. Get your ass on Drumbeat. Go sign up for Drumbeat. I told y'all they paid me almost $800 for 4 videos. Okay? The same videos that I posted on TikTok. So you don't have to do new content. They want you to share, tell them about the content that you posted on other platforms. Get your ass on Drumbeat. Sign up to get accepted. They don't care about how many followers you have. Drumbeat Paper and Pry is just a way, it's a company that works with businesses and nonprofits, and they pay you to talk about certain things in your content. So say you make a video on YouTube. Say they want you to make a video about the high prices of groceries, and they tell you at least mention one of these 4 items we tell you about in here. You put that video on TikTok. You put it on Instagram. You put it on YouTube. Then you submit that video to Drumbeat with the links to your different social platforms, and they pay you for views. On one of the videos that I put up, for example, there's that video with the petflation thing. I put up that video. I made $20 on that video. I think it was 20 was I showed y'all this morning, but Drumbeat paid me $530 for the same video. Just so y'all know. And then someone says Nick Fuentes just posted a sweater for money that Epstein wore a lot, saying happy birthday. Again, they're clowning and laughing. They don't care about all the children that were violated under Jeffrey Epstein. It's a joke to them. It's always a joke until it happens to them. And then when it happens to them, we're all supposed to care. See? That's how it is. That is how these people are. They have no class and they're uncouth. So you can't expect nothing from them but to be who they are. That's the best way for me to say it. You can't expect nothing from them but to be who they are. Okay? Never expect nothing more than that, because they ain't gonna never give you nothing more than that. All right? But thank y'all for joining me this evening. Have a beautiful and blessed evening. Don't forget, tonight, the newest episode of the Steak No Taster podcast. This is season 2, you guys. Season 2 is out. It will pop at 7:00 p.m. on YouTube and TikTok. And not TikTok, YouTube, Spotify, and Patreon. Patreon members in the paid tiers, you already have access to it. So I know some of you have already been listening. Thank you so much. It will be available to everybody in Patreon starting at 7 p.m. Don't let nobody live rent-free in your head, y'all. Don't feed no trolls, and you can accomplish anything you put your mind to as long as you stay consistent. I love you guys. I had a great time with you this evening. I will see you tomorrow morning. Have a beautiful, safe, and blessed night. Peace, everybody. Love you. Bye-bye.